Stop sticking your fingers up, Frank. We are the ninjas. Why did he disappear? Why did he
We
disappear?
just lost him.
Yeah.
We just lost him.
Should I stop?
That's what it did.
Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're back. Someone got kicked out because he was
I,
on the wrong system. We are the ninjas of another color. I'm your host, Dottleoy. Along with these two fools here, we are the ninjas of another color. We are a pop culture, current event, sports, and much more podcast. Rate, review, follow, subscribe. Okay, folks, I dropped an episode today. I'm going to change the intro a little bit. Please give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars. Rolando, don't give us what?
1 or 2 stars.
Again, I can take one, I can take 2 stars. If you don't give us any stars, we'll just assume we're doing it right. We are available wherever you get your podcasts. We're available at Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Pandora, TuneIn, YouTube Music, formerly Google Podcasts, and yes, Apple. Without that dude helping in the middle, he's so stingy with his passwords. We're on Apple. We also, you can contact us at ninjas at gmail.com. Also available on Spotify, available on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. There you go. X. Yes, we're available on X. You can also support the podcast via Cash App or Zelle. The information is available on the about screen of our podcast. Again, we're available on all platforms. We want to thank all the listeners for listening to Common Sense Party Podcast, Cartoon Rewind Podcast, and this, the flagship Ninja Vanilla Color Podcast. We're winging it today because someone didn't send out the agenda. So we're going to talk about what we bought, toy news, and the main story tonight is what happened to Voyager after it came back from the Delta Quadrant. Is it Delta?
Yes.
Okay, Delta Quadrant. Yes. What happened to Voyager?
Yeah.
Or Star Trek.
Gamma's in the other side where the minions at.
Yes, and that's the main question. It's closer to go through where Deep Space Nine were. It would have been what 60.
70?
No, it would have been
70?
60. It would have been 62 years. It would have been 62 years compared to the what it was like 75 years that they were gonna had planned. They went the long way.
Yeah.
Janeway is a bad captain, but first, take us away,
No.
Frank.
Janeway's not a bad captain.
Yes, she did.
She
went-
is not.
She went the wrong direction.
Well, women are not good with directions.
Oh, the views of Rolando is just his
Yeah.
views. Does not.
Damn, Frank.
The odds of survival are 1,000,000 to 1. And with the collapse of the former superpower,
Several powerful factions now vie for control.
the threat is real. An evil organization calling itself SCAR. Only
Whatever happened to Star?
nothing short of total world domination. Led by this man.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. We are doing a review on this very soon on Cartoon Rewind. Because I don't remember this cartoon. I did not know the bad guys were called Claw. I thought it was actually Cobra.
This is the only good thing about it.
Quick sight.
I foresee
The odds are 1,000,000 to 1.
And that's the way we like it!
fast
Just
forward.
remember G.I. Joe being on steroids.
Yeah. I foresee a fast forward in that genre right there. I foresee a fast forward.
Well, I know I saw it when I was younger. Well, it came out in '95. You know what I mean? Not that much younger, but
How about
in
the
my
name?
20s.
Like, huh?
You already had like 3 kids. You had 3 kids there.
I did not have Nina wasn't even born yet. Nina wasn't even
Younger.
born yet. And I remember seeing it, but I don't remember a lot of it.
All you
So we're definitely doing our review on that one.
all you remember is the introduction, and that's it. That's all you.
I remember G.I. Joe being on steroids. That's what I remember. They were all huge, freaking thick. That's what I remember.
All right, that's what she said. Okay, first up in toy news, who want to go first?
I can go first. I don't got much. I don't got much. But I know I love you. All right. So I got my first one is for you, Frank.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you said this was one of the topics you were talking about.
Ah, it's Godzilla.
Yes. So
It's the OG Godzilla.
come on, look at that.
Oh
This
man, with the cute eyes, with the smile. Well,
you just wanna hug it, right?
I do, man. I do.
I thought it was pretty cool, pretty nice detail. It doesn't have the crazy special needs child eyes. Uh,
Thank you, like Shin
yeah,
Godzilla.
yes. 10 inches tall, so it's not a bad size, and it's a decent price at $180. I thought it was pretty cool.
Ah, it's not bad at all.
180.
Yeah, 180. I would like it for 130, but it is what it is.
Oh, and if they did a Mecha Godzilla one, what? I would buy both of them.
Well, they're saying it's Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. I guess this is the movie they got it from.
Yes.
So maybe they'll do the Mecha Godzilla. I don't,
Oh man,
I,
that'll be sweet.
I don't know where you're gonna put it. You probably have to sleep with it in your bed, but
Like the Godfather.
Yeah.
Instead of waking up with a dead horse, you know what I mean?
yeah, you just roll over Godzilla's head.
There you go.
All right, so the next one that I have is, and there's not a lot of information on it, but Fan Home is making, they're releasing a new Star Trek series of figures towards the end of the year. These are about 7 to 10 inches long, a little bit die cast, a little bit of plastic. They're going to start off with 3 ships right now, which is the Titan, which eventually becomes the Enterprise G. Spoilers. The Stargazer from Picard Season 2, and also the USS Farragut from A Strange New World. So that's the one where Kirk commands in an alternate timeline. So
I
pretty
like
good.
the Stargazer one.
I'm a fan of the Stargazer too, because they're kind of doing it a redo of Picard's original ship. Remember what that
No,
one
I'll
is?
be honest
Oh,
with
okay. All right. Well, so Picard's first ship was a Stargazer, which is a Constellation class, and it had 4 nacelles. And then
Wow.
and for Picard 2, he went to the christening of that ship. There was a lot of potential. There was a good hopes for that ship there, for that season. So you have that one. Then you have the Titan, which is again a dumb thing to do, but whatever, fan service. I think every ship will be about $50, almost 60. And then they're talking about also doing XL. So if anybody's a fan of Eagle Moss, Fan Home is going to be the new replacement. So
Well, you know what? That's not a bad price, though, man.
it's not, especially if it's a good, for 7 to 10 inches, it's not a bad price.
Yeah.
So
Do they
I
light
have
up?
some of they do not light up. That would be $100.
Which is the one that I like again? The Stargazer?
Yes, the Stargazer.
Yeah, that one I would buy.
Yeah. So
Does the saucer separate?
no, of course not.
It looks like
Why?
it.
No. What? From where?
Look, the little. Wait, the little.
That line,
Yeah,
that
the
gap
separation.
underneath.
Yeah.
This one here. Okay, so
No.
this is the inner. Okay,
No.
this
There you go.
one here.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't separate. It's,
Okay.
It's only it's only in one saucer, so you don't have a body for it.
So, Rolly, the one in the middle, you
Yeah.
said that turns into the Enterprise?
Yes, that turns into the Enterprise. You
Which
saw
Enterprise?
G.
Like the original?
the G.
G.
Oh, the G. Okay.
You saw Picard season 3, right?
I did.
That's a ship that they're on.
I didn't notice that.
That's a ship that they're on that eventually becomes the Enterprise.
Got you. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that the third season. I need to watch it again.
Yeah, FYI, this is the original Stargazer. It looks like that. I don't have a lot of pictures. There you go. It's basically the Reliant, but they just like, fuck it, let's put these four nacelles sideways on it. So, and that's all I have for toy news on my end.
All right, not bad, man. Not bad. All right, my turn. All right. So this is what I got. Do, 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 do. And here we go. All right. So I got this one here. So this is the Transformers Dramatic Capture Series, right? Which is the Autobots headquarters. It's a 3-pack. So if you check it out, you got Jazz, you got Teletran 1, and of course you got Optimus Prime, OP himself. So that's how Teletran 1 turns into a robot. So the computer actually turns into a robot. And I know they did that in that last Transformers, the Bumblebee series one. I forgot what it's called. I know Teletran 1 turned into a robot, but it wasn't this to Teletran 1. So I think this part looks kind of cool. There's Prime. He looks good, right? Vehicle mode, whatchamacallit, robot mode, he looks good. So does Jazz. The only thing is, of course, and it comes with the actual Teletran 1 that scouts out and did the copies of the robots. I'm sorry, of the vehicles, right? I think it's kind of cool. I don't think it's $90 cool. I'm not really happy with the price point, and I can't tell. I've read this a few times, and I don't think I missed anything. It doesn't really tell you the size.
So think about it, each one is $30.
So probably 6 inches.
I'm not sure.
I'm guessing. I'm just guessing.
I couldn't find anything on it. Now, this next one that I have, this one I'm actually thinking about maybe buying.
So you already
this
bought
is
it.
from Strange Tales, Marvel Legends, Weapon of Vengeance. So apparently, Wolverine.
Has sex with Hellraiser.
It's not Hellraiser.
Wow.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Alright.
Ghost Rider.
They have a baby.
But I'm digging this. I'm digging this big time. The claws that are flame, the helmet, right? I'm digging this figure big time. But I think it looks sweet.
Saw it and I thought it would look cool too, especially that one right there. Look at that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Exactly how you would have him posed.
Oh my God! You know with the claws, you better believe it.
Yeah.
And for the price point, come on, $26, you can't go wrong.
It is.
You know what I mean? 6 inches. You know what I mean? Made of plastic. We all know that. You get the Wolverine figure plus the 2 pairs of hands. So I'm thinking about buying this one.
I say that's a must buy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the last one that I have is a little old school for me. It was a show that I used to watch when I was younger.
Playboy After Hours.
Ultraman. But this is based from the animated series, the one that's on Netflix.
Have you watched it?
Yes, I have.
Did you like it?
I do. I do like it.
The animated one, not the toy.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I haven't seen the most recent one that just came out.
That's not what I was talking about. Yeah, I was watching.
Oh, that one, no. That one I haven't seen yet.
It's not bad.
Looks a little kiddish, but I'm still gonna.
It is for kids, is it not?
Give it a chance.
Yeah, but Frank doesn't like that. Frank needs a cartoon to be for his level.
Yeah, for real.
I can watch some of that stuff, like the Jurassic Park one with the kids.
As long as it's not
I mean, I actually enjoyed that one.
For real. As long as it's not Transformers. As long as
not Transformers, you're fine.
For real.
The Transformers, they make Transformers for kids. Like, fuck this. Why? That's not my Transformers. Get off my lawn.
You're absolutely correct.
He went to AI to make his perfect Transformer. That's how bad it was.
That's it. Now this is a $150 figure.
Damn.
12 inches. Almost 13.
Right.
Yeah. It's got 54 points. It does have LED, so it lights up the eyes and the chest.
Dwayne likes it.
I was just about to say, so D, you know it's going to be good, buddy. Right? So you get the Ultraman figure, the 4 pairs of hands, and of course, the Spectrum Beam effect, which that's when he crosses his hand like that. Boom! And then, of course, there you go.
And it comes with sound effects and everything.
For real.
Everything, money, everything. Hey, for $150, come on, you better believe it.
So everybody has their own thing. So Dwayne likes LED light up, and Frank, you like tubes. I wonder what I just like them cheap. I'm not gonna lie.
You like accessories.
I
a
like
lot of accessories.
I do like accessories. That's true.
Yes.
So, like,
You are right.
So
But that's what I got.
All right. My turn. For those who liked the Universal Soldier movie, which is a very rare few,
I did. I enjoyed it.
they have the Universal Soldier. I think this is Dolph Lundgren.
It is.
I could be wrong.
It has to be.
It could be what's his name?
No, it's not John Claw.
No, Jean-Claude.
Jean Claw. No. John, no. Yeah, that one.
Jean-Claude. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
God damn.
Van Damme.
Van Damme.
Yeah, no, that's definitely I must break you.
Universal Soldier.
It actually looks good.
It looks like a doll. It looks like a doll. And we know how Frank hates dolls.
That is true. But it does look good though.
Got the nerve.
I wouldn't mind it though.
2 heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 arms. A machine gun.
Ammo belt.
Eyepiece. Stand.
You know, they made like 7 of these movies.
Universal.
I think they only did 3. I think they did 3.
I stopped looking after the first one.
That's what I said. Didn't I said 3?
It feels that way, right? It feels that way.
For
How much?
$104.99 and $5 extra for the plastic cover.
You gotta get the plastic.
All right. Moving on to our.
Real quick, before you move on, there has been 6 Universal Soldiers movies.
Was there 6 for real?
Yeah.
6, yes.
That's
Universal
holy
Soldier,
shit.
then you have Brothers in Arms, Unfinished Business, The Return, Regeneration, and Day of Reckoning.
And Van Damme only did the first one, right?
That's a good question. No, he did another one.
He did?
Day of Reckoning, yeah, Day of Reckoning, Regeneration, and I think he's done all of them.
Oh, damn. I thought he only did one.
No.
Jeez.
Let me see. Because I'm looking at the movie posters and I just see Van Damme in every movie poster.
Van Damme.
Van Damme.
He must have been executive producer.
Yeah, of course. We need that paycheck. But go ahead. That was it. I just needed to share that information.
No problem. And then we're moving on to something that Frank doesn't like. Masters of the Universe. It's the Night Stalker. This is the evil Strider.
Ugh,
$33.
lame.
I swear.
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Especially if you already have the He-Man
Strider.
version.
You have
Yes.
Strider.
Which
I have.
I do have. I have a few.
I have 2.
Yeah, so do I. Frank, how many you have? None.
And
That's what you got. This is what you got right there.
Yep. That's because I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
that's not what she said.
Oh, that's what she says all the time.
Whatever.
No, she says culo. You're a culo.
But isn't that Spanish for cool?
Yeah, sure. We're not. Yes.
Absolutely not.
Audience, listeners. Anybody speak Spanish? Is culo the same as Spanish for cool?
That will be our poll question.
Yes.
There you go.
All right. Moving on to
No, but on a serious note, that toy you just showed, man, honestly,
Yeah.
looks lame as hell. Go ahead.
Again, he just wants the backlash. That's all he wants. He just wants the backlash. That's what I see. All right, something near and dear to me,
Ooh, gargoyles.
gargoyle
The
statues.
Xanatos armor suit, isn't it?
No, that's the regular. That's the regular Steel Clan, not Xanatos.
Oh, that's the minions that he controlled.
Yes, Steel Clan.
Ah, okay.
Steel Clan, sir.
Please, sir, it's called Steel Clan. Thank you.
For $109. I will not be getting it, but I still like it. And for my last trek into this world, Wave 11 of Thundercats.
Damn.
Yep. Super 7. Wave 11.
Looks good. I don't know all the figures. I just know the what is it called? The Orbot.
The
What's it called?
Orbots. The
Yeah, the
Orbots.
ones that build everything.
Yes.
The
teddy bears.
Robear. That's the Robear. That's the Bear Bill.
I was pretty close.
Where-
You were.
I think give me some props. I was damn close.
That's Robear Bill.
How do they talk, Dwayne? You remember how they talk?
Highly synthesized.
Yes.
I was trying to get it out of him and see if we could do it.
Nah.
You know, D don't make no sound
Yep.
effects. That's me.
We have the Royal Thunderian Guard. We have Luna and Amok.
I'm assuming that's the old lady
Yeah,
with the
Luna
big dude.
and Amok. Yeah.
Okay. Don't know who they are.
And you have Claudius.
Yeah, I don't know who he is either.
This is
Yep.
this was like way back. It's like probably like season 2, season 2 of Thundercats when it came to Thundera when they introduced the three other ones. Yeah, it is $249 on
What?
Toy.
Oh, for the whole set. Thank God.
Yeah,
I thought,
all of them.
oof, I thought $249 for
Okay.
this character. I'm like,
Yeah,
man,
me too.
is he,
I was like, damn.
is he made out of the gold?
No, he's not made out of gold. You get all of these.
Yeah, that's a little better. I mean, I won't buy it, but it's a little better.
Of course, it's a little better.
That's
And
a
who's
good.
that supposed to be?
Yeah, is he looks like the
Which one?
irons, the blacksmith. That guy. Who's that guy?
Yeah.
That is what's his name? Claudius.
Okay, who is he?
And what does he do?
Yeah.
He is I guess a royal squire.
Ah.
Okay, question though, what's a squire?
Alexa, what's a squire?
In geometry, a square is a regular quadrilateral
I thought you
that
did
has
square.
4 equal sides and 4 equal angles. It can also be defined as a rectangle.
And that is all for Toy News. Okay.
Somebody need to tell us what a squire is. We'll say a squire is
Isn't that's something to do with religious, no?
Yes.
no.
Yeah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No. A squire in Middle Ages is a okay, maybe I mispronounced, maybe I misspelled what a squire is. A knight in training. That's what a squire is.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yes. He was the one that carried. He's the one that carried the sword and the shield. If you guys saw Fallout, they also had squires
Oh,
Okay.
that's right. With the backpack.
with the backpack. Yes.
They carried all the ammo and all that kind of stuff. That's
Mhm.
right. Good
Yeah.
good point.
Thank you. You may continue. Dropping some knowledge on you guys. All right, so we're moving on to what?
What did we buy?
What did we?
Oh, I'll go first.
I thought you
I
had
bought
nothing. I was gonna say I thought you had nothing.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I received for my kids.
How many kids you
what did I
got?
received a few.
15.
Well, the ones that pay child support, or the ones that don't pay child support.
Whichever one you want to claim, sir.
Unfortunately, I don't claim any of them on my taxes. I got Batman the Animated Series, Mr. Freeze.
Nice.
Yeah, I made Frank yawn, so he's not.
Yeah, that
interested
is
in
nice.
that. And I like having kids who have jobs and buy toys. I didn't have to pay for these. And they got me. The other child got me
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
That's Data, and is that Picard?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are the new reissue Playmates that came out. So he got me that. And this is not toy news, but he also got me the Star Trek LGBTQ plus celebration comic book
Oh, nice.
that just celebrates about everybody being equals and stuff
And stuff.
and that's all I got.
Nah, that's awesome, man.
I mean,
I didn't like that.
I think I did buy a few things for the store. I got what did I get? I got Mario and Luigi from the movie. I have we bought some Halo figures, Captain America Funkos Special Edition, The Witcher. I got The Witcher,
Nice.
the original Witcher, not the Liam Hell's the new Witcher, because they changed characters. In case you didn't know,
Yes.
spoilers.
I heard the director just like redoing the whole entire thing.
Yeah, so
The
Yeah.
Witcher?
The Witcher.
Yep.
That's Henry Cavill, right?
Yep.
It wa-
He's no longer in it.
He's no longer.
He said he's out.
Oh, that's right. He moved on.
Yeah, and then you had the final, and then this is the final season.
All right. What did I buy? I bought something. It's the Razor Crest.
I saw, and I know how much you paid for it. It was a good price.
Yep. And it's still at Walmart at that price. So I might go back and get another one.
I might
Nice.
go. I might go tomorrow and get another one. Those are. I'm not a fan of that one.
Me either, but
You put it up and up.
I just picked it up and it was for the store. So two good items. My other loot from Big Bad Toy Store is en route. It's not going to come until tomorrow, so we won't be able to see those until next week. Those are the only two things that I bought.
Not bad. I gotta go in there and pull the trigger on my cart on Big Bad Toy Stores.
How big is
And
that?
by the way, not very big. It's the Skeletor pre-order, the Voltron set,
Mhm.
and there was something else that I can't recall. So
Well, I've been to a few Targets and I can't find any of the other lines.
they haven't come out yet.
Oh, they haven't?
No.
No, because I saw a post on TikTok that someone found it
Oh,
a while
really?
ago. Yeah, all of
Okay.
them.
Okay, and you still want them?
I'm thinking about it, yeah. But I want to like hunt for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like back in the old days.
Yeah. So, but we agreed that if I came across it, I'd let you know.
Oh yeah, no, please.
Okay,
Yes, no.
Cringer, the Cringer and Adam 2-pack.
Mhm.
That's what I
Yeah, I
also
still
have.
think I still think you should get that, man. That and the Skeletor with the throne.
I agree.
Are you putting lights on the
There.
throne?
Yeah, I would like to. I gotta see how the low lights, how the flame looks. They're very, by the way, very. If it doesn't, it's very misleading because each one has a different color. So they were the photos are very misleading. Because if you look at the photos, watch. See the photos? See what color? What colors are the flames?
Looks clear.
Exactly. But then you come here. Boom, green.
Oh, so they glow in the dark then.
That's what I thought. But guess what? Here they are in red.
Ah, okay.
Same thing with Skeletor's head. Does his mask come off? Does his hood cut off? Because that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, but if you're gonna do lights, you gotta do something with the chair too. You gotta call it?
no, I'm not gonna weather it.
Oh no, you gotta make it look like if it's freaking real bones with some blood stains on it and all that kind of
No,
stuff.
it didn't. It didn't have blood stains. It doesn't have blood stains. No. See, no. This is why we don't have nice things.
You saw what I did to my vein. You know what I mean? My custom vein. Come on, that'll look sweet on those bones, man.
No.
All
So,
right.
but yeah, that was it. Go. So
We're at Frank's section. His 2 videos, and then the
Oh,
major
it's just one video.
one video. Okay, and then we have our
Yeah,
main
it's just
question.
one
We have our
video.
main question tonight.
Hold on, let me make sure I pull it up. All right, here we go. So apparently, in 1973,
it wasn't the year. What were you, like 10 years old?
I was 2 years old.
Oh shit, you're that old.
Apparently, in 1973, they had a Turkish Captain America and a
Wait,
Turkish Spider-Man.
do you still call him Captain America? Is he
Well, that's
Turkish?
well,
Is it
right?
Captain Turkish?
Maybe. However, I can't tell you this though. Spider-Man was a boss.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like a criminal. So let's check it out.
Was a knockoff Spider-Man and Captain America movie made in Turkey.
This is the guy with the V,
Strong men, but this bootleg just says Turkish Spider-Man. Which
VHS guy.
works. And Spider-Man's not even a good guy in it. He's the bad guy. He's the leader of a gang. The opening scene, him and his gang just bury this poor woman up to her neck in sand, and then Spider-Man tells them to go get a motorboat, and then they turn the propeller on. That's how the movie starts, you guys. So then what do? Who do they call? Who else?
Damn, they took liberty.
That's right, Turkish Captain America. Why is he a Turkish guy who's also Captain America? Kids, stop asking questions we're not going to get answers to.
Thank you, Rolly.
Mexican luchador and movie star Santo shows up for some reason too. First time we see him, he takes this guy's wallet, puts it in his trunks. All in all, it's a pretty good time. You get to see Santo fight Spider-Man and Captain America fight Spider-Man. I give it 2 garage doors up. And join the Patreon and get yourself a membership card to the Video Garage.
That's hilarious. That's funny. That's the guy that does a VHS, right? He just pulls random VHS.
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I came across him the other day by accident, and I was going to share it with you guys in the group chat. I was like, you know what? Maybe I can use this for ninjas. You know what I mean? So I held on to it, man. I held on to it. But I thought it was interesting as hell, man. I really did.
Because Turkish Captain America beat up Spider-Man. Sure, why not?
And Spider-Man was a bad guy. Spider-Man was a bad guy.
That's
And why is he still called a Turkish Captain America?
Yeah.
Don't be asking those questions.
And I don't know why they call him Spider-Man. He's just because of the spider in his shirt. Because he had no colors. He didn't match. The colors didn't match.
Why are you introducing logic?
It was a dull color. It was a dull red and a dull blue. Yes.
Why are you introducing logic?
That's what I do.
No logic in this one, buddy.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, but I just wanted to share that with you guys, man. I figured you guys are gonna get a kick out of it.
That was
All
good.
right.
That was good.
All right.
Now, Dwayne wants to trigger me. Go ahead.
Now we're coming to something I wanted to ask a long time ago, but this is my favorite show out of all of them, Voyager. Question is, 2 questions. Why did Voyager go the way that they did? Because if they went towards the Delta Quadrant, they would have ran into Deep Space Nine and the wormhole, and that wormhole gets them back to the Alpha Quadrant way, way faster.
No, but go ahead.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I got a map to prove it. Then no,
Okay, but hold on. We'll discuss. We'll discuss.
I did the math.
Hello all. Recently in Star Trek, we've been getting a large amount of focus placed on a specific vessel, the USS Voyager. Its legacy, characters, and even the ship itself have cropped up here and there in canon series, and altogether it has painted a concrete picture of what happens to the ship in the years since its return to the Alpha Quadrant.
Yeah, spoiler.
There have been books and
That's all right.
speculation since Star Trek Prodigy, and I already covered what happened to the characters, but this is basically a summary of what we know happened to the ship itself. Voyager returned in 2379, pretty much on Earth's doorstep, and was immediately greeted by a small Federation task force that was expecting a Borg incursion. This was a historic moment for the Federation, the return of a seemingly lost ship, a near impossible feat. A 70-plus year journey completed in just 7 years, and in the end of the Dominion War. This was a ray of hope returning to Starfleet, and it instigated a short burst in development and renewed exploration, albeit a short-lived one, before the dourness of 2385 muted the Federation once again. The Intrepid-class vessel was replete with technologies acquired in its Delta Quadrant travels, and even some gear from an alternate future of 2404 that the ship should not technically have owned. So the vessel, despite still being able to serve, would have been retired for study and turned over to Starfleet researchers to explore all these logs and additions. A lot of the items that were not directly personal effects were left aboard the ship, such as collected specimens and devices. After celebrations and debriefings, the vessel itself would have been taken into Starfleet custody for...
Okay, the synth attack, that was the first season of Picard.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
inventory, and the crew's possessions returned, while the crew went their own ways, reassignment, holiday, catching up, and so on. The vessel itself was thoroughly explored from 2379 to 2381, and its advancements studied in detail. From Voyager, we would see the implementation of Borg-enhanced technology folded into their latest ship designs, culminating in the Sagan class at the turn of the century, but that was still 20 years away. Its studies and experimentation of the quantum slipstream drive were utilised extensively and produced the prototype USS Dauntless, the project which was overseen by Admiral Janeway in 2383, and developments in holography increased the usage of holographic crews in places. Its extensive databases of finds were collected into a holo recreation of Captain Janeway, and that was to serve as an advisor to further missions to the Delta Quadrant. After 20 years or so, even civilian Federation craft could obtain holographic crew modules. Plans immediately were set into motion to create another vessel based on the Trove from Voyager, and ratified into its namesake, the USS Voyager NCC 74656-A. This was to be the Lamar Special Class starship, and it was constructed at Utopia Planitia, Mars. This is where the Intrepid class was developed too, and the new Voyager would follow many of the design cues of that class, with a crew of over 800 across 29 decks. I'll do a breakdown on that class when we know more, but this ship may not yet be approved for full commission. However, it was to undertake missions as part of its trials. The project too appears to be overseen by Admiral Janeway, considering the pull she had. Ultimately, the legacy of Voyager was confirmed when in 2401, as part of Starfleet's Frontier Day, a remembrance of Federation vessels and Starfleet's first deep space exploration missions, a Pathfinder-class USS Voyager B was seen to be newly commissioned. This Pathfinder, like its precursor Voyagers, drew extensively from the tried and tested design of the Intrepid class, as well as refined the technology that had been in development for the past 2 decades. The exact location of the original Voyager's stripping for parts was classified, but it was likely to be the Portello system, and all information around the vessel was treated as incredibly sensitive. When the vessel was completely stripped of sensitive parts, its crew reassigned, and new prototypes underway, The contributions it had made were undeniable, as well as the historic voyage, so the order was given to preserve the vessel as a museum ship. In 2381, the ship was officially decommissioned and exhibits created inside the vessel, along with replica displays of uniforms and finds. The ship retained much of its original technology and databases that were not classified, such as Borg regeneration alcoves and bioneural gel packs. Holographic emitters were expanded into the hallways in every room of the vessel to aid in presentations. The vessel was then to be transported to Earth, where it would be landed and open to the public by the USS Cerritos for its grand opening. This was not a smooth ride, and a series of malfunctions ensued, beginning with the release of a dormant macrovirus, which had been overlooked, and ended with the course being diverted to just... There were issues. Fortunately, the vessel was restored to working order eventually, and it made land at Starfleet Command. Here it stayed for several months before being returned to Earth orbit, where it was then to stay, continuing its function as a piece of history. By 2399, the vessel had been relocated to the Long Stay Fleet Museum of Alphen Prime, alongside such vessels as the Enterprise A, Defiant, and Kronos 1. So, there we have it. Voyager's entire life history is now documented on screens, from its launch on Stardate 48315.6 in 2371, to its retirement a decade or so later, and its preservation as a piece of living history. Its exact state of operation is unknown, but generally vessels at Alphen Prime were expected never to leave again, so it's likely its warp engines were inert, although the rest of its facilities were probably still operational. The crew and namesake, however, would continue on, and even in the 32nd century, the Voyager is recognised as a pinnacle starship of the Federation, which is understandable considering it crossed the galaxy, broke first contact records, and leapfrogged Federation science by a decade or two. Thanks for watching this coverage of the end of days of Voyager. I've been Rick. Thanks again.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick.
So what's your question?
For your service.
What's your question, D?
The advanced weapons from the future. Why didn't they use them?
The Temporal Prime Directive.
Like the time travel.
That's that's part of the thing.
They have a whole department on that. Remember that.
Thank you. So because it was illegally taken from the future, they can't recreate it. Because then it'll advance timeline too fast, and then it affects everything else, and that's not how.
But I bet you that special section, the one that has the black comms,
Section 31.
31.
Section 31. I bet you they have something.
They probably pretty sure they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and just here to show you the
map.
The map.
Go ahead, Roland.
Yeah. So, Federation is here. They landed over here.
Yes.
The wormhole is here.
No, they had to just.
So each section is about 50,000 years. I'm sorry, 50 years to get from here just to this corner here to then to come over here. So it's 76 years. This would have probably cut. Yes, it would have cut off what? Maybe 30 years. 30 years. 30.
10.
30. Cut this in half is 2.5 years. 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's they had to go this way. This is 10 years. Out of here, you're looking at 35 years. So, and you can see it here better. But they were here. They were all the way over here. They had to come over here to where the wormhole in that brings them all the way. Remember, the wormhole didn't take them to the Dominion area. Took them to the outskirts of it. So, just to get across. And also they didn't know. They should have.
Don't say they didn't know because Voyager was at Deep Space Nine, so they knew there were over there.
Yeah, that's true. They should have known. They should have known that it could have gone. So yeah, that part, yeah. But they either way would have maybe taken 10 years off. I would say 15 at most.
It'd have been 60. It'd have been 60 years until it was 79. It'd have been 6
Yeah.
years. And they wouldn't have ran into the Borg or the
But then we would have missed Hell Year.
Year of Hell? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I'm not a fan of the new Voyager class ship because Voyager's always had a little gimmick to it, which is the nacelles. And the fact that Voyager's a small little ship, I always thought that they should have kept it the same way. But now it's a smaller Savoran class, which is the Enterprise E for you non-truckers.
Got you.
Yeah. So Savoyan. Yeah, that's Severin. I'm saying it wrong. So we'll get some flack for that. But yeah, so it's just a little smaller version. And then the Pathfinder, which is Voyager B, and that's from Star Trek Online. I'm not a fan of that ship either. When you start adding colors to ships, I'm not a fan.
When you start what?
Adding colors. Yeah.
Well, I noticed they added black on a few.
Yeah.
And I actually like that.
Yeah, and if you watch Lower Decks, each California class has a different color. Sorry, each. Yeah. So each ship is named. Each ship is named after a state. So you'll get New Jersey, Milwaukee, things like that. Wait, Milwaukee's not a state, but Tennessee. Yeah. So you'll get those. But
Is there a Florida? Is there a Florida?
There should be a Florida. But there is. Each one has a different color.
Okay.
So.
Okay, before we go, this is the video I saw. We're not watch the whole 10 minutes. Just the first.
One question has always nagged at me while watching Star Trek Voyager. Well, more than one, but this is the big one. When first flung to the ends of buttfrack nowhere of the Delta Quadrant, they immediately set a course for the Alpha Quadrant and start flying home at warp speeds. Conservative estimates suggest that the trip is going to take around 70 years and cover around 70 to 75,000 light years. Now, they do say that along the journey they'll look for wormholes and technologies to shave time off, and they do, making the trip in only 7 years instead. A super impressive feat, and one which should benefit Starfleet and the Federation greatly from the ship's collected knowledge. But they didn't know that when they initially set out. So why didn't they set a course for the slightly closer Gamma Quadrant? A quadrant where they know there's a wormhole straight to Bajor. Hi, Rick here, and let's look at a theoretical. What if the USS Voyager set a course for the Gamma Quadrant end of the Bajoran wormhole, then used that to shortcut home? First off, there is no canon map of the Star Trek galaxy, in order to try to avoid plot holes. However, over the years, several maps used in the background have been recreated, and star charts released. Alongside this, there are numerous projects that sort of required a map to make sense of the galaxy, so we have a rough idea of how things are laid out. But there does seem to be a slight disagreement on the exact location of the Gamma Quadrant end of the Bajoran wormhole, but most have it in the far fringes of the Gamma Quadrant, around here, equal distance from the Alpha and Delta borders, so that's what I'll go with. This sort of matches up with the description on StarTrek.com, which clarifies that the wormhole's tunnel snakes around 90,000 light years of real space-time. Next thing, was Voyager aware of the Bajoran wormhole when it was snatched?
Yes!
Well, yep. Considering that the vessel departed from Deep Space Nine after its relocation to the mouth of the Celestial Temple, as it was known, to track down the Marquis. You could argue that they wanted to avoid the Dominion, and in 2371, Jem'Hadar had already destroyed the USS Odyssey, so there is a valid concern there, but the Federation had no idea of the troubles to come. One factor we cannot account for are the other races that they may encounter at this end of the galaxy, as it's still vastly unexplored by the Federation, just as the Delta Quadrant was. So we have no idea if the vessel would encounter similar technological and spatial shortcuts as it did on its original route. So I'm going to assume that there would still be a similar number of advancements made with technology leading to a reduced travel time, just as it did in the shows. Well, more or less. Like I say, this is a hypothetical. So, let's pick up at the start. The caretaker array is destroyed and they move off towards the closest known route home, the Gamma Quadrant wormhole. It's still a considerable journey, but it is a lot closer than the border of the Alpha Quadrant. Anyway, the early encounters would still have played out the same. They were seemingly in the heart of Kazon space, and the Nistrum in particular were hounding the Starfleet vessel for a long time, so we'd still see plenty of them. I think Seska's betrayal would still have occurred, and maybe even the hijacking of the vessel at Kazon hands. Heading off in this direction, they would also probably not encounter the Voth, who lay claim to an expansive area of space just beyond the Necrit Expanse, a natural barrier between the less technological powers and the more adept ones closer to the galactic core. Eventually, they would still have encountered the Borg, which have expanded into every quadrant using their transwarp network. While not as densely populated in the Gamma Quadrant, it's unlikely that they'd have encountered Fluidic Space or Species 8472,
That's the one.
but also had a much easier time bypassing Borg territory, meaning potentially no rescued 7 of 9 and maybe even no stolen Borg transwarp coil. One thing that might be surprising is that they would still likely have encountered the Hirogen as they drew closer to the Gamma Delta border, as they were a sparsely populated people ever expanding in search of new prey. There are records in beta content of the Dominion encountering them on the fringes of their empire. However, from what we've seen of the Hirogen comm network, it didn't expand in this direction, so their presence would likely be less organised and more sporadic. So let's say that Voyager navigates the equally unknown waters of, well, let's call it the southwestern Delta Quadrant, evades the Borg, Hirogen and other unknown inhabitants, and finally reaches the Gamma Quadrant. 2394 was the original return date of the USS Voyager to Earth, using its original path before Admiral Janeway cheated by time travel to cut that time down to 2378. So their original journey would have taken 23 years overall. Let's take a look as to where they hitched a ride on the Borg's transwarp network originally. Well, their entry point looks to be right near the Delta-Beta border, meaning they must have originally spent a substantial amount of time navigating the deep Beta Quadrant too. So, fun fact, had Voyager not utilised the Borg's transwarp network, they would have eventually ended up approaching Romulan space from the rear. That would have been a fun conversation. Can you imagine how Romulans would have reacted to a Federation vessel turning up on the far side of their space and trying to explain that they'd just traversed the entire Delta Quadrant?
People got too much time in their hands to do these
may...
hypotheticals. These hypotheticals.
Oh man, Jesus!
Love it, man. Love it. I love it.
I mean, again, they wouldn't have. I don't know which is easier, the Dominion or the Borg. I would think that you'd rather run into the Dominion.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You face the Dominion, yeah, but you wouldn't have 7 of 9, like you said, and probably Cass.
You would have still met. You would have met Cass. He could have come back.
Cass would have shaved off like when she transformed into that light thing. She took off what, like 30,000 light years off of them. So
I think it was less. I think she only took like 10 years off.
Okay.
I think she did barely. There wasn't much big a dent. It was just a dent, but it wasn't that big of a dent. So, yeah. So I'm rewatching Deep Space Nine, and I'm at the season 3 where they get the Defiant, where we start going into the Dominion.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Cisco still has hair, so he doesn't get good until he doesn't have hair.
Yeah, no. It gets better once he goes bald.
Once he goes bald.
Yes.
Listen here, ladies. A bald man would change your world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, it would be more logical to go with the most direct route. But yes, I would have done the same thing. I think we would have been able to avoid Dominion a lot easier than the Borg, especially since Voyager's smaller, quicker. So, but yeah, I don't know. And a correction on the California class. The California class is not named after each state; they're named after each city in California, which would make more sense. So California class, and then every ship is named after a city, like Oakland,
Los Angeles,
Inglewood, So yeah, there's technically one. Supposedly there's a few of them. Ventura, Sherman Oaks,
And this is on below decks, right?
Lower Decks,
Lower decks.
Below decks. Boy, I tell you.
Below Deck.
All right.
So watch it. It's a good episode. And you haven't seen Strange New World either, huh?
He's
I have.
You got all 3 seasons?
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the one with Pike, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's coming back now. I think it comes back also in
I
July.
haven't seen the last season of Discovery though yet.
Okay, it's okay.
Yeah. Well,
kinda-
from what you have been saying, I'm like, all right.
It just
It's
jumped,
good.
it just
good.
jumped the shark after season 3.
Oh, when they went back, when they went to the future.
No, after that.
It's he's doing the season 3 is wait 2 is when they go into the future.
Yeah,
3
that's
is
when-
the 2 is when they were the kid that was crying would blow up the space.
No, that's 3.
And then,
That's 3.
that's 3.
Yeah,
so
that's
what was that's 3. That's the one
That's
that
it.
you said jumped the shark.
Yeah, they jumped the shark on that one.
Okay, and then 4 was kind of like the same thing as 3.
Yeah,
It was just.
they're trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, but then you have this celestial, these another beings that make first contact.
Yep, at the end.
Yeah, 4 the 5th season was okay.
Ugh.
They tried to put all the pieces together. They even try to connect the Star Trek shorts. If you ever saw, did you ever see the shorts, Frank?
Yes, I did. Oh, not Frank.
I have not.
And you did. I know you have.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a short it's called Calypso, where it talks about Discovery being abandoned, like 3,000, I don't know, like 500,000 years ago
Oh, really?
In the future. So yeah, and they kind of make it. They try to tie that, even though I still don't understand the purpose of it.
I'm gonna have to see it.
And they tie in Enterprise.
Oh, nice.
Scott Bakula
Which one?
Scott Bakula.
Ah, okay.
That Enterprise.
Okay.
The boring
And
Enterprise.
the what?
Boring
It's
Enterprise.
actually, I don't know.
Yeah,
I kinda like it.
that only lasted what, like 3 seasons, right?
If
I think
that
it's
much.
4. I think it's 4.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was
I
4.
couldn't get. I could not get into that one at all.
Exactly, the boring one.
No, guys, no.
Yes.
It was not. No, it was not. And when I try to look up Enterprise, it takes me to a car dealership.
The only character I really liked was the chick, and I think she was part Vulcan.
Yes, he
Paul,
was.
she was all Vulcan.
Oh, was she? Yeah, because
Yeah.
she was a little hottie. Her, I remember.
So I'm trying to see how many seasons they had. 4 seasons, yeah, 4 seasons. So season 1 was okay. It got a little boring. They were trying to be same thing with Discovery. They're trying to say a story and build up the characters, but no one has time for that. So then season 4 came in where they were trying to 4 or 3 with the Zindi about destroying Earth, and they had to do they had to go
The
and
whales?
stop. Yeah, no, they had whales. That's Star Trek 4. You got confused. But I thought it was cool. And if you re-see it, it's gonna get a little better. Trust me. Give it a shot.
Okay.
We should do that. We should watch it together as a group.
Yeah, we should watch it for real.
So, all right,
I'm down with it.
I can't. I'm in season 3 of Deep Space Nine. I still have to go to Voyager after that. So I have another 11 seasons before I can get to Enterprise.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm trying. But that's all I got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for this week. And guess what? We are under an hour.
Yeah, we are.
We are actually under an hour. Good job, fellas. We are the Ninjas of Another Color. I'm your host, Dottley. Along with these two fools, we are the Ninjas of Another Color. We have Frank in the middle, who will be going overseas to see a girl boy, maybe. And we have the guy in the end who is opening up a toy.
It's not girl. It's not called a girl boy.
What is it called?
It's a
Lady boy.
Lady boy. Okay, a lady boy. See a lady boy.
They get really offended.
All right, see a lady
They do.
boy.
By the way, I came across that the Instagram, but this is in Thailand, right? I think it's Thailand. When you walk in, it goes, "What you want?" They got blowjob. They
They lick your balls,
they lick your balls. Yeah, she goes like the whole menu. And like the lady comes in and gives them a menu. What you like? They give you a blowjob. They suck your dick. I'm like, oh shit.
Frank will go
Frank's
broke.
future. Frank's
Frank will
future.
go broke. Frank will go broke.
Nah,
Again,
man, it's like $50. It's like $5.
he will go broke. I know what I said. We are the Ninjas Under the Color. We are a pop culture, current events, sports podcast, and much more. Please rate, review, follow, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Please give us 5 stars, give us 4 stars, give us 3 stars. Rolando, what don't you want us to get?
1 or 2 stars.
I can take 1 or 2 stars, but if you don't give us any stars, we'll just assume we're doing it right.
It's the same thing with my girlfriend. I don't ask her if I'm doing it right or wrong. No, I don't want to know. I'm assuming that I'm doing it right.
That's it.
We don't want to assume on this end. All right, we are available wherever you get your podcasts. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, TuneIn Radio, Samsung Podcasts, Pandora, YouTube Music, formerly Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts without the help of Frank because he's a cheap bastard. And you can contact us at ninjasofanothercolor@gmail.com. Contact us to see if Frank will be out of the country within the next 4 weeks. Contact us and we'll send you his itinerary. You can also contact us at
Now wait. Now I need to say this because you're saying that because Frank specifically asked you.
Yes.
Don't tell people I'm going out of the country.
No. He said don't tell him when he's going out of the country.
You just said the next 4 weeks. You're gonna give him his schedule for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, the next 4 weeks.
You're gonna.
First of all, I'm not leaving the country.
See?
So you guys can keep messing with me, and I will play along with it, like the whole ladyboy things.
No,
I'm not going nowhere, man.
Dwayne's gonna show a picture of your fucking boarding tickets. Do not send a picture. He's gonna put that shit on social media.
Oh, that I know for a fact.
He's gonna be like.
That's why I'll send you any photos, but not him.
He'll be like, "Hello, everybody in the Philippines. Be careful."
He's lucky I'm not living in Florida because I would have taken him to the airport and say, "Hey."
First of all, it's Thailand. That's where all the ladyboys are at. Thailand.
Singapore.
But aren't you going to Dubai? But aren't you going to Dubai? Aren't you going to Dubai?
No. I don't got the money. I can't go to Dubai.
Japan.
Vietnam.
We gotta.
That's a good one.
We gotta go to Phuket. That's what we gotta go to. We gotta go to Phuket.
Well, I go to fuck it all the time.
Phuket.
I Phuket all the time. Every time I go to work, I'm saying Phuket. Phuket this, Phuket that.
Again, you can support the podcast via Cash App or Zelle. The information is on our About screen. Today, we talked about what we bought. Trying to get Dwayne trying to get his ticket to Dubai paid for. Yes, for real. I'm telling you, for real. Donate. We talked about what we bought. We talked toy news. We talked Hungarian Captain America. Is it Hungarian or Turkish?
Turkish
Captain America. And we called out Janeway for going the wrong way because she just wanted a scenic route to go home.
No.
Yes.
No. What?
Yes.
No. She for some reason she forgot. She should have made a right. She should have made a right turn, and she kept on going.
No.
It happens to all of us.
She was supposed to make a left turn. She made the right. That's what happened.
No. It's a right turn. You're going south.
Yeah, she made the left.
She's going south.
She made the left.
Right.
She made the
left.
left.
She should have gone right.
Exactly. That's what I just said.
I think you said.
Oh my God, we're over an hour already. Let's get
4 minutes. All right, we are out. Frank, take us home.
There you go.
I got faith of the heart. Hurry up.
One of my favorites.
Highly trained special mission force. Its objective.
I don't know why you like this one.
There's only 2 good episodes in its whole thing.
Sigma 6 is on your side. Be the best.
Another G.I. Joe theme song.
G.I. Joe is there. Take command, heavy duty on the scene. Snake guys, hand to hand, strong range, lean and mean.
Let's ready to fight.
Scarlet was cute. And Tunnel never opened his eyes.
Never does. And Cobra Commander looks awesome. And the Baron.
Cobra strikes.
True, I'll give you that.
Attack. G.I. Joe will fight.
Except the toys are very skinny waisted.
Joe.
Yeah, we're doing a special episode.
Whenever there's a mission, G.I. Joe is there.
And I still have that. I still have the Rhino.
Which Rhino?
It's called the Rhino. That's a
The one that you just saw.
The
Six.
the attack vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes, I still